Hi, I'm Milla and welcome to another episode video-esque thing for Milla's Game Room. I'm Milla and I'm just going to talk today about 5 underrated RPGs you've probably never heard of, or if you had you might have thought maybe I won't check it out, but I like and be like, oh, it's actually worth trying out. And I've tried to do a few different genres and also multiple platforms, but there will be at least one modern version for the majority of them, like on PC or something like that. So got a small stack behind me, so I'll start on the stack. Top of the stack we have a Summon Night Twin Age. This is a DS game that was a spin-off of the Summon Night series. It's very touchscreen based, so you play as one of two heroes, Alto or Reiha, and you go around on this quest to find out why the spirits are acting strange. And it's almost all done using the stylus, which bear in mind this was originally 2007 release in Japan, which is pretty good for the time. You walk around with the stylus, you attack with the stylus, you use the menus with the stylus. It's really cool, and you just navigate everything with the stylus. And it's quite easy to use. I like it. The controls are quite good. The graphics and music are quite simplistic, but that's fine because it works great. And gameplay wise, they go through dungeons, collecting items, fighting enemies, and then there's usually a boss at the end. And that's kind of the structure. It's quite formulaic, but in a good way. And at the end of each most of the chapters, there's more little I wouldn't say dating segments, but it's more let's make bonds and talk to others and make friends. And it's really cute with your cast, which includes other supporting characters. I think all of them are on the cover in some way. I'm not 100% sure because it's been the last I played the game, but yeah, most of these people you'll meet and be like, oh, let's be your mate. And yeah, that's how it works. And this is quite expensive nowadays, unfortunately. So I'd suggest if you want to go after this, just probably emulate it if you can't get this reasonably priced. But also a lot of Atlas localizations for third-party games, especially during this era. It never got a European release, so good luck finding it if you're a European pleb like myself. Let's put the stack over. Alright, next up we've got Gurumin, a Monstrous Adventure. This is a action RPG released by Nihon Falcom in Japan, originally for PC in 2004, because Falcom have a long history of doing PC stuff, which is a really long topic in itself. But this was one of the games that got ported to PSP when Falcom had to be like, oh shit, we're going to have to leave the PC market. And then Mastiff released it in the US, and then it got a European release, and it's really good. This game is kind of like East, but a younger audience. You play as Parin, a little girl who moves to her grandfather's town and then finds a monster den in her garden. Well, not quite garden, but a little tucked away little area, and it becomes this little quest, and it's really cool, and I like it. It's the monsters are so cute. The little dungeons are it's kind of part platformer as well. So you go around, attack enemies, but also jump up ledges and solve a few basic puzzles. But that's fine because it's really cute. The runtime's not very long, but it's a lot of fun. It took me 5 or 6 hours, but I think I did play on a lower difficulty setting. So if you want to play it on a high difficulty setting, it'll probably take you a bit longer, but it's fine. This is the only way you can get it physically in English, but there's also a digital 3DS version that's currently still available for sale, although that's going to go down next year when the eShop goes down the toilet because you didn't get a physical copy. And there's also an HD PC Steam version, which if you're getting it for the first time, I'd suggest getting that if you really don't want a physical, because that's the cheapest version, and also some extra improvements based on what's not in this release. So something to think about. It's a Falcon game a lot of people don't really talk about, and it's because people think of Eastern Trails, which are really cool in themselves, but there are other games too, because don't get me started on other things. Alright, next one is Hero Must Die Again. This is a more recent release in English, because a lot of these games tend to be older, but this one's on PS4, Switch and Steam in English. So this is a phone game from 2007 where the creator Shoji Masuda, who also did Shaker, which is another game I need to talk about at some point because that game's also fucking cool too. And he made this. It's a well, actually, he made this game and then it was remade for Vita by with Pyramid and him as well, and published by Nipponichi Software in Japan. And then the remake got picked up by Dega Games for other platforms. Which so yeah, this is quite an older game originally. It's it's an anti-RPG, so it's kind of like an unconventional RPG that really plays with the tropes, and it's fun. Like, you start as a hero who's saved the world, and now you've got 5 days to sort your shit out before you die. And he has to go around and sort out the affairs of the town, while also trying to look for his long lost beloved. Which it's interesting because each playthrough only takes like a couple of hours. You start off really overpowered each time, and then you get weaker and weaker before he becomes useless, and you have to get other people to fight on your behalf. You do the quests, you get your teammates, you can look for items, and it's a lot of fun. You do have to play multiple times to get all the endings, but once you've got all the endings, you can do the epilogue, which is pretty cool. And each ending's kind of different because you get like a little like funeral scene, and you can like see like your mourner numbers and your like achievements generally. Like, people come up that you meet and basically like, here's my tribute to you, or sometimes not tribute, spoiler, but it's pretty cool. And I do recommend, if you play this, to use a guide, because it can get quite, you can end up wasting time if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, which is annoying, to be honest. So I definitely recommend this one. Get it on sale because this is a limited run physical, which is good luck finding it for a reasonable price. So yeah, this is a fun game and I definitely recommend it. So number 4 is Muramasa Reaper. This is a Vanillaware game, and Vanillaware are mainly known in the West for like Odin Sphere, 13 Sentinels, and Dragon's Crown, and maybe Grim Grimoire if people remember that one, but I've not played that one, so I don't remember it. This is basically, let's go through feudal Japan. There's 2 separate warriors. One's like the fugitive Kosuke, and the possessed princess, is it Murabahime? Monahime, which is, well, close. Just go around hacking and slashing and going through this world. It's like 2 short campaigns. But yeah, the art in this is beautiful. It's simple hack and slash. If you've played like other Vanillaware games, you know what you're getting. This was originally a Wii game, and it came out on the Wii like 2009, 2010 kind of thing, and then it got re-released on the PS Vita. And this is the cheapest one to get if you go on PSN, because on PSN it's really cheap now, but this physical is also really expensive. So if you have a Vita, I suggest getting it on PSN now before the store shuts down, because then it will just get really hard to get. Or track down the Wii version, which is still just as good. It's obviously not in HD, but it still like looks the part, and really memorable in terms of its atmosphere. It's just like so unique, so charming, and it's just really cute, and like the way the art's breathtaking. So, you know, why not and enjoy this niche little hidden gem, which hopefully gets a PC port one of these days, because it needs more exposure and love, and maybe for modern platforms too, because, well, me if I said I can get it, and even that other Vanillaware games, so can this one. And finally, I'm going to talk about one more game today, because I don't want to overstrain myself by talking at length about other games, and that's Sakura Wars, So Long My Love. This is originally a PS2 game that came out in like 2005. It's like a reboot of the Sakura Wars series at the time, which had 2 remakes before, and then this one, which is like an all-new title, which was like, we'll release this in the West, and was part of like a Sakura Wars like multiple campaign and stuff, which was Japan only, and it did end up getting pulled shortly because of poor sales and stuff. But this one's basically, you play as a guy, I forgot his name, but he goes to New York to help with the New York theatre troupe. You go around like doing theatre shows during the day, and then going out and saving the world when you need to in your mechs, power up in your mechs. It's so cute, and it's just it's really cool to see how Sakura Wars kind of evolved from this to the reboot, because a lot of people don't even know this game even came out, especially like in Europe it was like a Wii only release and it actually got ported by Idea Factory, which is strange. And in the US it was on the PS2 as well as the Wii, and was actually the last PS2 release to come out in the US because like, well, it was 2010. It's quite notorious for taking a long time to be localized as well, because back in the day, visual novel SRPG hybrids like this, because yeah, this is a visual novel component, which I'll get onto, is quite difficult to localize with text, and so it was like a building block for what we get is almost standard now, which is really cool in that respects too. Also dub only in Europe, so we didn't get the dub on the other PS2 disc, which is fine because the dub's good and the characters are all likable. The story is really good. Like, it doesn't tread too much like interesting ground, but it's like what it does fantastic. It's really cute. It's really heartwarming. It's nice to see like this like version of New York get a new look, like looking cute, and it's like even cool to see like characters from like different backgrounds as well, and it was fun. And the mech battles, like with your standard SRPG stuff, it's not bad. It does get more difficult later in the game, and that's fine, but it's like really memorable, and you get help to understand it, and it's definitely overall a very worthwhile experience. I would emulate this one at this point because it is really expensive. Probably go for the PS2 version unless you have the Wii stuff for Dolphin, because I've not played Dolphin stuff, so I'm not sure. But if I was going to emulate, just do PS2 and let the Wii version, like, hopefully one day it will get re-released. I don't think it will, to be honest, because like say gone, oh, let's turn it into an action RPG now, and that's fine. But also, yeah, I'm not sure we'll ever get these old games over here, but that would be nice. And yeah, I've gone on for too long now. Because, you know, talking about games is fun. I like talking about games. I'm cute. I'm eye candy. So, win-win, I suppose. I'm hoping to do more like video things like this. It gets like nerve-wracking, like picking things out and finding a setting and looking cute. Makeup probably sucks, but oh well. And it's just going to be a lot of fun, I hope, to talk about things and ramble at length, which is really, really cool. So yeah, like leave likes, comments, subscribes, etc., and so on and so forth. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.